What's going on, everyone out there in the model building community? It's Rick here, and I just wanted to make a quick video for anybody who's wondering. This is the garage diorama that I built, or started building I should say. I guess it's pretty much complete because I had a little bit of an issue, and I'll show you that in a second, but really it's about the same as it's been. I haven't really had time to mess with it. It's been kind of sitting up on a shelf, so everything's just kind of sitting in there, as you can see. And now let me show you guys what I was just talking about. Alright, so I made the mistake of painting the side with acrylic craft paint, not thinking the reaction between water-based paint and a paper product. And as you can see here, the paint itself didn't come out that bad. I only went over it with like 2 coats, and it was still all wet, so I didn't notice what was happening here on this left side. And this here is completely warped. I mean, it's out about an inch from where it should be. And I've heard people say, you know, you could just paint the other side and it should straighten it out. But honestly, guys, I was kind of unsatisfied with the way this one came out. I kind of threw it together. It's not as big as I wanted, and you know, now that I've gone through the process of putting this one together and you know, messing around with this diorama, I have another idea for what I'm going to do for my next one. So basically we're just going to scrap this, tear it all down, you know, all the stuff in here I'll be using for the new one. But yeah, you can get a better view here of the warp side panel there, or the wall, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so that's about all with that. After that happened, you know, I checked it. I came down here the next day and it was all warped, and I said, you know what, I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm not going to put more time into it because, like I said, I wasn't very satisfied with it. I just kind of threw things together, you know, and it just wasn't coming out. I'm really not happy with this whole shelf thing here. This setup is just not big enough for something this large, and I just couldn't get it set in there right. Same thing pretty much with the Junkyard Diorama, and I'll show you guys that here in a second. Here's the Junkyard Diorama as it sits. Basically just a bunch of stuff on it. You know, like I said, I just kind of had a bunch of stuff going on and I didn't have time to mess with it. And the reason why I'm scrapping both of these things, if anybody's wanting to know, like I said, with the garage shop area there, the wall's all warped. I'm not even going to mess with it. I want it to be bigger anyway. And with this, I didn't notice it again at the time, but this board here is actually warped. I used a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. Now I use all 3/4 inch pieces because I have yet to see one that's warped, and if it is, it's so slight that you really don't notice it. And I wasn't really happy with the way the sand looks. I mean, I might be able to save this one. We'll see what happens. You know, I might use it for something else. I don't know, but I have a new idea, and basically what I'm going to do is create a bigger shop, because I like the whole garage diorama thing more than the junkyard part. You know, I can always add that on. That's something cool, but you know, I haven't really got into a whole lot of like junkers and stuff like that, so it's kind of pointless to have something like that taking up a bunch of space. But so yeah, I want to expand the shop, and the size I'm going with is actually what both of these are on. And if I can back the camera up here a little bit for you. There we go. This piece of 3/4 inch particle board, it's actually made for metal shelving, and they're 22 by 24, I believe it is, and I got 2 of them, and they have a like a routed edge on here to where they interlock, and so I got them locked together, glue them together, and that's what I'm going to create the new shop diorama. So it's going to be, you know, 2.5 times bigger, as you can see here. Sorry about all this. That's the regular shop diorama as it is now, and you can see, I mean, that's not even halfway. Halfway is like right over here, you know. And if you go over more this way, you can see the junkyard fits in there as well, pretty much. So it's going to be large, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to start on it, but as always, I'll try to make as many videos as I can. This time I'll try to go in more depth, because it seems like people like to see the actual process of doing, you know, building things and, you know, stuff like that. So I'll try to do what I can there. And yeah, so that's about it. So anybody who's wondering about the diorama, you know, there it is. I haven't done a whole lot with it, and so, you know, I just figured I'd let you guys know what's going on. I kind of redid the whole workbench setup here. If you guys can't tell by the background, got all my model kits and everything up behind this. But that's about it, guys. You all have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon.